So that's nice. Yeah, good morning. How are you, man?
I'm all good, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for taking the time to be interviewed by us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So, what business are you involved in?
Between two things, I do supply and deliver for the government just to put food on the table. But my main aim is to do a manufacturing plant, an LED manufacturing plant, because we import currently. We import all the LED we use. And most of the market, like right now, the building that we are in, we're using lights that are using much more electricity, but at the same time, we're talking about saving the earth, we're talking about green energy. But if you want to do that for a building like this one, you need a company that will be reliable in terms of service, in terms of manufacturing at home, you know. But it's not just for KZN or for South Africa that I'm looking for. Whole of Africa, you know. So a manufacturing plant has to be here at home. But getting there is just that's the kicker.
Yeah, wow, sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
So, what has brought you to the Sharks Business Center then?
Well, partly because of the issues that I'm having, you know, access to the market, because I understand how the government works in terms of funding and everything. And I've been through a couple of programs trained by NEF and everything. So access to the funding, I don't want to say it's not a problem, because anybody want to fund it, it's okay. But now the main issue that I've come to see for most entrepreneurs is access to the market. Because the question ITC asked me, he said, no, fine, that's a great thing, it's a great innovative idea. Actually, we're looking for people like you. But now who are you going to sell the lights to? So there's access to the market. I think that's the major thing.
Yes, no, I can see that 100%. So, what benefits have you found in being here?
Well, here, I don't have the words. Honestly, I don't want to be mistake or cryptic, but here it helped in a lot of ways, because the kind of hub, the kind of people that you share your space with, the kind of energy that you around, you kind of like see and find means and ways to do what you've been doing better. But at the same time, I think that's what brought with the same guys who did the workshop. They told me that no, besides the passion, besides the need that you want to service, there's actually a format that it is what it is. You need to learn what is the format in order for you to be able to strive, or in order for you to be able to do what you want to do. So it's a lot of things. I can't only put it into words, honestly.
Okay. So, what have you achieved so far, and what plans do you have for your business in the future?
What I've achieved so far, I've been able to find a person or a company. Currently, I'm trying to find a way to work with them to give me access or to gain access to the market.
Yes.
In terms of the other work that I'm doing, right now, the one guy, I would say he's a specialist in supply and deliver. He was helping me already with some forms, already with some work that I want to do. So there's a number of things, tangible things that I've been able to, I see from before I came here, and as I'm sitting in front of you, certain things that I have been done, the ground has been laid properly. So the foundation is there, and it's getting stronger.
So you did mention the challenge of access to markets, but the question is, what's the greatest challenges you've faced as an entrepreneur?
To be fair, it won't be fair if I speak on that one personally. Let me generalize, just tell you exactly what we experience out there. I don't want to bring in the government, but unfortunately, it's the inefficiencies that our government functions under. You know, we don't have the problem. We don't have a problem as entrepreneurs in terms of going through the motions or doing what needs to be done. But when it comes to functioning, working with our government, there are a lot of between what they say and what they do. Most of the time, it's not the same thing. Of which that's a big problem. Number two, you'll find that there are programs on TV. They're sitting there. It's program number one, program number two. When you want to get there and access those programs, you seem like I don't want to be harsh, but there's no other way. You seem like you belong to the party that is not in, of which I'm a South African, so there shouldn't be a party that I'm not into. You understand? So, but most of the time, It's just access to funding, access to the market. Yeah, I'm just mentioning general things, but the major thing that we have, our government is supposed to create an environment where we strive, and the environment is not there. That's why we're here, because Sharks is creating an environment where we're gonna strive. SME is creating an environment where we're gonna strive, but our government, where is our government right now?
Very true, very true. So where do you see yourself needing the most help as an entrepreneur at the moment? Or...
As I said before, it's just access to the market, you know, because I've worked the business model I've worked at. I've been working on it for the past 8 years, you know, trying to do whatever that is needed. Because when you see something at a distance, you tend to think, no, it's a no-brainer. You know, LED lights, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer. Anyhow, if I'm saying I'm going to save 50% of the electricity, your elimination electricity bill, it's a no-brainer. But me getting the product to you, that's another story altogether. That's what has taken me this long, because now I'm at the end of it. It's just a question of who to sell these LED lights to. So another thing I need to mention, because one might say, no, then I need the LED lights to create a plant. Let me say at least 1.5 million. So you need access to the market that is worth, 1.5 million before you can create one LED light. So it's not just selling that one LED light. Where you're gonna get that access to the market worth 1.5 million?
Very true. So I know you did comment on the government, but do you have a positive or negative view with regards to what you see South Africa's future looking like as an entrepreneur?
We live in the best country in the world.
Okay.
Listen, let me repeat that one. We live in the best country in the world. It's just that we haven't gotten there, you know. These kinds of interactions, unfortunately, it's a process, you know. We're gonna become who we should become due to who we are. Look at this room, you know. Look at this room. Nobody can touch us if we find ways and means to work together, and we're getting there. So I know for a fact, in my mind, I live in the best country in the world with less than 5% unemployment rate, you know. But unfortunately, we need to take the wheel from somebody. We need to drive this, because we've been waiting for somebody to come and help us, or somebody to come. Nobody cares, unfortunately. We're the only one who cares. So the people who care must start doing something about it. I can't care not doing anything, sitting at home thinking about or complaining about the high employment rate. What are you doing? What am I doing? What are we doing? Because the answers you don't have alone, I don't have alone, but all of us here, we have the answers, and we don't need anybody else to come and tell us how to solve our problems, because we can solve our own problems. But together then again, not in silos, because now we're in silos. Everybody's there. So we need to break down the walls. We need to start communicating. I think that's the basic thing. We just need to start talking, because once we start talking, I hate crime, you hate crime, so everybody hates crime. The few people who do crime, those are the people who kind of like paint some sector of our community as people who are okay with crime. Then it's an ideology that doesn't exist, but it keeps us separate. Because if we come together, you have better solutions than how to solve crime. I have better solutions how to solve crime. But if you bring them together, you see that crime will be a thing of the past.
Well, that's very inspirational. Thank you for sharing that view. And then the final question is, what quote do you have that motivates you?
Well, I live by my quote.
Okay.
Yeah, do it first, because enough is not enough.
Oh, okay.
Do it first, do it best, and first time around, because enough is not enough. That's, for me, unfortunately, we tend to pat ourselves at the back too much. South African culture, you achieve a small victory, you go buy a car. You know, you achieve a small victory, you're a billionaire, then you want to show your face on TV. But when we take the right scale, let's look at billionaires, dollar billionaires, let's look at pound billionaires. You're actually nothing. But because now you better than the 49 million plus, you're just the one, you think you're better. We need to understand that whatever that we've done nothing, because enough is not enough. It's not okay for me to drive a flashy car when there are kids who don't have anything to eat at night. It's not okay for me to drive a flashy car, to drink a 10,000 bottles. It's not okay. While there are kids who don't have shoes to go to school. You know, it's my problem. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending where you're sitting, I can never be successful. I can never be worthy because I'm black. Because the majority of black people live beneath the poverty line. So for me to drink a 10,000 rand bottle, it's actually saying I'm as stupid as hell. Forgive me to be harsh, but that's what I'm telling the world. For me to drive a flashy car, it says, well, even taking that money, investing it for yourself, never mind everybody else. Let's just be selfish. Why would you need to drive a 3-5 million rand car? To do what in a country like this one, while we have so much that we need to achieve as a country, while we have so much to do as a people, you take 5 million and you buy a flashy car. But that's just me. That's just me.
No, I definitely understand you. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for giving us your time to interview you. Great things have come from this, and I really do appreciate everything you've shared with us.
Honestly, thank you just to listen my craziness or to listen my craziness.